Do you understand? It just melt away. Your kind of ordinary mind, or ordinary concerns just kind of dissolve. Then there's a sense of transcendence also, and sense of peace. In fact, I'm just, very essentially just showing that, Just, for example, just sitting here just like this. Just as I communicate this to you, if you can feel a little bit with me, perhaps also you feel a little bit that peace. Piece of peace. A little bit. Do you feel a little bit? A little bit. See, it's kind of a rest, Just a rest. You understand? Rest. That's why, to begin with, very simply, because you want to be practical. Now, how can I do it? Very practically, it just be spacious. But when you say just be spacious, it can sound like a cliche. It could sound like a cliche. It could also sound quite simplistic. But it's how it's spoken. You understand? How it's spoken, not the word. See, the most important point is just being spacious. Open, spacious. Like the space, isn't it? Wonderful thing about the space, isn't it? Because of the space, everything is possible to exist. Thanks to space. So you see, just by being just spacious, very spacious. Even though you might not be spacious, just aspire spaciousness. Aspire spaciousness. I remember this great master, Sogyel Rinpoche, when I was translating for him in one of the public talks in Paris. He said, have a sky inside you. He said, have a sky inside you. Do you understand? Just spacious. Sky-like spaciousness. That sometimes even when we visualize that little bit, or just aspire, just imagine a little bit also, it brings a certain atmosphere of certain peace. It has a way of quietening. Because it's all mind anyway. It's mind. The wonderful thing of mind, wonderful thing about life is everything is changing. Nothing is inherently existing, or nothing has an independent existing characteristic. Everything is interdependent, and it's all impermanent. Wonderful thing about impermanent, it can change. Do you understand? That it can change. That state of mind, the negative state of mind, can be changed instantly by positive thinking, or by training of the mind. And the teaching is called the training of the mind, by transforming the mind. So the way to really bring about inner peace is through the transforming the mind. Is that clear? Now here there are two ways. There's an analytical meditation, that through deep reasoning to realize how our own aggressivity, our own speed, all these things are that which causes us the lack of inner peace. So through reasoning you come to realize the erroneous way in which we live. But then through the practice of meditative approach, or what is called the single-pointed, or it's called Njogam in Tibetan, you come to actually experience that by, for example, when I say just by being spacious. By being spacious, that mind lights up, something is lightened. You understand? Eased quietly. And then it's freed. See, so what I really realized, you see,
Was habe ich erkannt?
the most important thing
Das Allerwichtigste
is to be in touch with oneself.
mit sich selbst in Kontakt zu
It
sein.
is because we are not in touch with ourselves profoundly.
Weil wir nicht mit uns selbst in Kontakt sind, tiefgehend,
As a result, we are not who we really are
sind
or
wir
can be.
als Resultat nicht das, was wir wirklich sein können oder sein könnten.
In fact, from a spiritual point of view,
Von einem spirituellen
when you are
Gesichtspunkt,
really in touch with yourself, most profoundly
wenn man wirklich
in touch
mit sich
with yourself.
selbst in Kontakt ist, auf
You are-
tiefgründigste Art und Weise,
in touch with, from a Buddhist point of view, we would say, in touch with your Buddha nature.
würde man von einem buddhistischen Standpunkt aus sagen, man ist in Kontakt mit der eigenen Buddha-Natur.
Or from a Christian point of view, you would say, you're in touch with God.
Von einem christlichen Standpunkt würde man sagen, man ist in Kontakt mit Gott.
Because you see, because our nature,
Denn unsere Natur,
our innermost nature,
unsere innerste Natur,
we can call it the ground. In the teachings, it's spoken of ground.
wird in den Lehren als Grund bezeichnet.
Grund. What is ground?
Was ist
Is the
Grund?
fundamental basis.
Die grundlegende
It's like
Basis.
maybe the sky is like the ground,
Sagen wir mal, der Himmel
For
wäre
example,
jetzt der Grund zum
in which
Beispiel.
everything exists within the space.
Und denn alles existiert innerhalb seines Raumes.
Thanks to the sky, everything can exist.
Also aufgrund des Raumes, aufgrund des
Without
Himmels kann
the
alles darin
space,
entstehen.
nothing can exist.
Ohne Raum kann nichts existieren.
Like the ground.
Das ist also die
Ground of our
Grundlage.
nature.
Die Grund
That
der
ground
Natur.
of our true nature
Diese Grundlage
is
unserer wahren
something
Natur
that really we need to be in touch with.
ist etwas, mit dem wir wirklich in Kontakt sein müssen.
And on so many levels,
Und auf so vielen
we
Ebenen.
can speak this on so many levels.
Wir können darüber auf so vielen verschiedenen
importance
Ebenen
of-
sprechen.
I mean, I think you also know already from your own experience anyway.
Und ich denke, Sie kennen das auch aus Ihrer eigenen Erfahrung.
From a very ordinary point of view,
Von einem ganz gewöhnlichen Standpunkt
when you are
aus,
in touch with yourself,
wenn man wirklich mit sich selbst in
or
Kontakt ist
when you're well in yourself,
oder wenn man sich in sich selbst
then
wohlfühlt,
things are much easier.
dann läuft alles viel einfacher.
Things flow.
Alles fließt.
Our contact with others
Unser Kontakt zu anderen
and the world,
und zur Welt.
everything is more, how do you say, coherent and more in harmony.
Alles
Maybe
ist
the word better is word harmony.
zusammenhängend oder besser mehr in Harmonie.
Harmony. It is also when you see, like for example, His Own Dalai Lama always speaks about the importance of good heart.
Seine Heiligkeit der Dalai Lama spricht zum Beispiel immer wieder über die
You
Wichtigkeit
see,
eines guten
these days
Herzens.
it's like a fashionable to be a good human being,
Heutzutage ist es fast eine Modeerscheinung, ein guter Mensch sein zu wollen.
to be a good human being, you know.
Guter Mensch sein.
Rather than being Christian, Buddhist, this, that, you want to be a good human being.
Also statt zu sagen, ich bin Christ oder Buddhist oder irgendwas, möchten sie einfach nur ein guter Mensch
But
sein.
actually, that may be, because to say good human being is like you don't belong to any particular school or any religion, or you transcend, you're a good human being. But actually, it's not so easy just to be a good human being.
Also sie
It's
wollen
not
damit
easy.
ausdrücken, ich bin ein guter
Not
Mensch.
easy.
Das heißt also, ich gehöre keiner Gruppierung an, keiner Religion, das habe ich alles überwunden. Aber genau genommen, wirklich ein guter Mensch zu sein, ist nicht so einfach.
Because if you're really a good human being,
Denn wenn man ein wirklich guter Mensch
you're
ist,
truly a good Christian
dann ist man wirklich ein guter Christ
and you're a good Buddhist.
oder ein guter Buddhist.
Understand? Very much. Sometimes you see they think that to be good, you can. I don't know. Somehow it's like the religion is one thing, to be a good human being is another.
Manchmal haben die Leute so eine Vorstellung, dass Religion ist eine Sache und ein guter Mensch sein eine andere.
Of course, there's an aspect of religion
Natürlich gibt es einen
that
Aspekt
become
der
rather
Religion,
complex,
der etwas komplex sein
rituals
kann.
and
Zum
philosophies
Beispiel
and
die
many things.
Rituale, die Philosophie und so weiter.
But leave those aside.
Aber wenn man das mal
When you
zur Seite
really come
lässt,
to the heart of the spiritual teachings,
wenn man wirklich zum Herzen der
the
spirituellen Lehren
whole
vordringt,
point of that
dann ist doch der
is to
Hauptpunkt,
make us into good human beings.
dass wir ein guter Mensch werden sollen.